Hi guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel, and today I have another requested reading on what is their karma for hurting you. Before we go into this, because I just like for my own spiritual self and for everybody watching, I just want to read this excerpt from this book, The Tarot and the Archetypical Journey, The Jungian Path from Darkness to Light by Sally Nichols, about justice and karma. Just so like, I just want to make sure that we're all approaching this with goodness and all of that. So she says in the chapter on justice titled Justice, Is There Any? Here's an excerpt. The golden sword which justice displays is dedicated to a higher purpose than smiting the wicked, and it is much too splendid a weapon to use for splitting hairs in order to please the smugly virtuous. So we must reconcile ourselves to a world where cheaters seem to prosper and the innocent end up on a pile of dung. Job was not the first nor the last to complain about this. Job is a character in the Bible who wrestled with God because he disagreed with basically his sense of justice. Interestingly enough, Job, I've heard said, lived in the age of Gemini. We're now entering the age of Aquarius, and it's said that in the age of the air signs that you can actually see God to the point of being able to talk to God, being able to wrestle with God as Job did. So just a side note, if you don't know who Job is. So Job was not the first nor the last to complain about this, and admittedly the situation is not easy to accept. Despite centuries of human heartbreak to which all of us have added our own tears, we somehow still persist in the notion that in the end justice will triumph. Whether we locate her up in the sky or down in the courthouse, there she grandly sits in our mind's eye, incorruptible and omniscient, ready to spare us the bother of moral conflict by adjuncting questions of innocence or guilt. In the last analysis, our ancestors used to say, virtue is rewarded. Maybe so, but we have by no means arrived at this famous last analysis, and some of the intervening ones are very long-winded. Perhaps we had better find another approach to the problem of innocence and guilt, because the fact is we are all innocent and all guilty. One meaning of the word innocent is ignorant. Only ignorance imagines that it is guiltless. So, that is just something to think about as we take a turn in these waters of trying to understand karma. My husband's fond of saying that, karma is, very few people have an understanding of karma. I don't pretend that I have an understanding of karma, so I'm trying to approach this with humility and the understanding that living a human scale life in an infinite universe, I'm not going to be able to have that perspective that justice probably has in interpreting the cards, but we'll give it our best shot. So after all that, I have 3 piles here for you guys. Pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. If you need another minute, go ahead and pause the video here. Otherwise, we'll jump right in with pile number 1. All right, pile number 1. Their karma for hurting you. Pile number 1. All right, pile number 1. What is your person's karma for hurting you? So first, I have the overall energy of their karma and what area of life it's going to happen in up there. And then I have the way that they hurt you. I'm definitely getting cheating here. This could have been a marriage. We'll dive more into that in a second. And then we have the nature of their karma. So I'm doing this like what they did to hurt you, just to help you verify if this reading is resonating with you or not. So we have 2 major arcana cards here and how they hurt you. First of all, let's just get it out there. They hurt you in a very big way. With the Hierophant, the Lovers, and the Knight of Wands, like I said, I'm getting the energy of an affair, of cheating. It could have even been like a long-standing affair. This person could have brought this person into your house with the Lovers card here, because we do have the 6. So that energy of like everyday life. This could have been someone that you even knew from your everyday life. Somebody in your community with that Lovers card here. That's pretty straightforward. I am definitely just getting they stepped out on a commitment with the Hierophant card here. If it wasn't a marriage, it was a commitment, but there could have been some kind of institution or binding contract keeping the 2 of you together. So if that's resonating, their karma for hurting you, we have Leo happening in the 7th house, and then we have the 7 of Wands, the 5 of Cups, and the 2 of Wands. Happening in the 7th house is obviously relationships. I think that the person they're going to be with is quite sexual. They're in a relationship, a future relationship that they have, or maybe it's even a relationship that they're in now. The person that they're with could be very sexy themselves, very attractive, pull a lot of attention, you know, got that leonine quality to them. To where with the 7 of Wands, they feel like they have to fight off other people's attentions for this person. And ultimately, this person might end up cheating on them with the 5 of Cups here, because we have the 3 of Cups turned over and that 2 of Cups in the back. This person, this figure here is very reflective of the Hermit, indicating a period of reflection. So maybe they are going to reflect on how you must have felt when they were flirting with other people. I do think that this person was flirty too, with other people, even despite your commitment, in a way that made you feel uncomfortable. You could have tried to talk to this person about it, but it just seemed to bounce right off of them. So that's going to have them thinking about how you must have felt and that you really loved them. And yeah, with the 2 of Wands here, they're going to be reflecting. I think that this is saying they're going to be reflecting on the 2 of Wands is such a clear image of like having the solid foundation. He's got this house, right? This is the Alexander the Great card. He's clearly an accomplished person, right? Beautiful view, like solid house, looks very luxurious. He's got this 1 wand here bolted to the wall, and then like looking out to see what other things can be conquered. So he's definitely reflecting on that situation through this circumstance that he's in. So we have another 7 down here, and then 5, 6, 7. There's definitely the energies of 7s. I think that this person's relationships are going to be kind of lusty, with people that maybe aren't that trustworthy. They get a lot of attention from the opposite sex or the same sex. They just get a lot of attention. And this person, it's going to make this person kind of grapple with everything that they put you through up here in the commitment. Because I think this person has to think about whether or not they can build with a person like that, and how stable that is, and honestly how exhausting it is to have to not be able to trust someone. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for you guys, pile number 1. Short, sweet, to the point. All right. Pile number 2. Let's see what their karma is for hurting you. All right. Let's pile number 2 first. All right, person number 2, what's their karma for hurting you? I do have this situation. I have cards to describe like what they did to hurt you, just so it can help you decide whether or not you're resonating with this reading. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Strength card, and the Five of Cups here for how they hurt you. I'm kind of getting a cheating energy for this pile too. I think that's a big issue for why, you know, people would come to this reading. We have the Queen of Pentacles, which is oftentimes a wife, a mother, somebody very established, somebody very nurturing, very loving, somebody very giving, can manifest easily. This is just an overall great person, kind of the total package, you know. Somebody beautiful, somebody smart, somebody reliable, steady as the wind. Steady as the wind, I don't know what that means. The wind doesn't seem so steady. But steady, this person, you were there for this person. And with the Strength card here, this is the Major Arcana card, and a lot of times this talks about like sexual passion and trying to like restrain and hold things back. But that paired with the Five of Cups, we have the Three of Cups turned over here. So this could have been a third-party situation that left you grieving and maybe even feeling a little bit weak with the Strength card here. I'm just seeing this as cheating energy, not being able to control their... Even though they had everything they needed at home, you know? And they kept it from you in a secretive kind of a way. There might have even been more than one affair. This person also could have had like anger issues. This could have been an abusive situation, like physically violent. So it destroyed like the sense of camaraderie and trust that you guys had, and this happened like behind closed doors, and people probably didn't even realize that you guys were struggling with that. So if that's resonating with you guys, their karma for hurting you, we have what area of life is it happening in, and we got a 1. So this is happening to their physical self, their personal body, and then we have that clarified by Mercury, the energy of Mercury. I'm kind of honestly getting mental turmoil with this, some kind of... Mercury rules the mind, so some kind of, I don't want to say like mental illness, but like definitely anxiety. And when I was shuffling, I mean, I saw the Three of Swords come out. I saw the 10 of Swords. So I definitely think this person has to struggle with the fact that they lost you. That's going to be something that they ruminate in their mind over. We also have the Fish, and the Fish, like that's Pisces, the 12th house. That's where things go to kind of dissipate. And that speaks to me of loss as well. It can also be a house of addiction. So this person could have, they could be like drinking or trying to numb out this mental turmoil. They could be turning to alcohol. So clarifying what this karma is, we have the Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups. This person, you know, definitely could be throwing themselves, they're trying to distract their mind from thinking about losing you. And I think they might be throwing themselves into their work. They might have had a loss of finances due to this, because you guys were very abundant. You were very giving, very nurturing, very abundant. You guys are definitely abundant together. So this person has had to protect their finances more. I think they have to work a lot more, and that's causing them a lot of mental stress. And they might be turning to some kind of addiction. And I just want to say, you know, that's sad, and we don't want to take pleasure in somebody's pain, but this person is definitely, I think, hurting over you. They might have even had to move away in order, like for a job, in order to pay their bills, and in order to give off the appearance that they're fine. This person's desperately trying to portray that they're fine, but in the past, I kind of want to say like where they were sneaking around, the thing that they were hiding is that sexual passion and that affair. The thing that they're hiding now is how much they're working in order just to make ends meet. They could literally be going back to school to learn a new trade. And I don't know that this person really has some true love in their life. Not anything like what you guys had. They might have had like some, you know, some one-night stands, some hookups here and there, friends with benefits type situation or something, but like nowhere near the relationship that nobody that can compare to you here. Yeah. So that's what I have for you guys, pile number 2. If that resonated, please do like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I will have more videos out for you guys soon. All right. Pile number 3, what is their karma for hurting you? Okay. Interesting. Okay. Pile number 3, we have some similar energy to pile number 2. Pile number 2, if you guys are still watching, I'm just realizing some things now that we've had like the fullness of the reading is the areas of life where the karma is occurring, we have 2 1s and a 7, right? So that's that 1-7 axis. This is the ascendant and descendant pole. And a lot of times people will have some kind of, if it's debilitated, if either of those houses are debilitated, they really struggle in relationships, because the first house is the house of self and the 7th house is the house of partnership. And I always said before I got married that I wanted to be strong individually and I wanted my partner to be strong individually, and then we were even stronger together. And that's the formula for a healthy relationship, I think. But you can see the relationship between the individual self and that relationship. So I'm getting like, there could be afflicted 1st and 7th houses for your people. And so that's something that they struggle with. And I think that might even, you guys are kind of getting the benefit of like me having done all of this reading, pile number 3. But I think there just might be overall some karma, not just from this life, but like from other lives, where that is exactly what they're trying to figure out. Especially if you have K2, like Rahu and K2 in the 1st and 7th houses. This is the North and South node in Western astrology. Because K2 is what you've already mastered and Rahu is what you're working towards, then these people could have either already mastered the self, and so they're really desperate to master relationships, and that can cause turmoil in that area because that's what they're learning about in this life, or vice versa. So just something to think about. Okay, so like I said, we do have a 1. So the first house is the house of self. So this karma is taking place in the house of self. With Aries is also the first house and the house of self. This could be their image. This could be their physical body. Aries also rules the head. So that's why I'm saying similar energy to pile number 2, because their karma was also happening in the first house, and they had the energy of Mercury, which I got was kind of anxiety. And now I'm also kind of getting for pile number 2, if you guys are watching pile number 3 as well, that could be like just panic attacks. Like they could be having like some kind of panic attack. Whereas this person could hold on here. This person could just like have a lot of lustful energy towards you, because what's interesting, okay, first of all, I have cards for what they did to you just to help clarify if this reading is right for you. This person was kind of an arrogant a-hole. They were very haughty to you. They acted from a place of superiority, even when you guys were meant to probably be getting along. You were probably on the same level for this as this person in a lot of ways, but you definitely weren't like as lowly as they treated you. And you were trying to maybe offer this person love, or maybe like have this person see your worth and your value, but they insisted on treating you as lesser than, not seeing your worth, not taking your divine cup. This person was very focused on their career, on their pentacles, on their status, and they wanted everybody to fall in line behind them, and you were definitely a part of that. There also is third party energy here, so it's like they ignored you in favor of something else. That could be another person, that could be a project, that could be religion, culture, values, but you came at this person wanting to work together on something spiritual and harmonious. You came at this person with pure love and intention, and you came at this person as an equal, and they were unable to see that. You also came at this person as like a friend. So, okay. So their karma is super interesting. I think part of their karma is just to see you thrive, see how beautiful and independent you are. For clarifying what their karma is, we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Four of Wands. So having all this happen in the first house, I kind of just wanted to say, like, getting a lot of just like sexual energy. Like, I think this person's probably very fired up by you, very turned on, but it's like going pent up and frustrated because they're seeing how beautiful and independent you are. They're seeing that you don't need them. They're seeing you now as indifferent. They're seeing the love and the spirituality that you have to offer, and they're seeing like you thriving in this warm, optimistic, loving, spiritual, passionate environment, maybe even with somebody else or another group, because I'm getting group energy here too, so you guys could have been interacting in a group, and this person was like paying attention to everyone but you. Now they're just gonna have to see like how great you're doing without them. If this, like, you're healing without them too, like that you don't need this person's like handouts, you know, this person's crumbs. You also might be supported by other women, like having people just acknowledge your worth and your value. And this person's seeing how overabundant you are. How this is a stone of abundance too. I can't remember what it's called, but it is a stone of abundance. So I just think that they get to watch you be abundant and successful in your relationships, both friendships and romantic relationships, and being a successful person in and of yourself, and kind of not caring about them. And they have to just sit and be all pent up and angry and maybe even sexually frustrated about it. So I was like, God, for you guys, pile number 3. That's what I got. So if that resonated, please do like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you guys around here again. Bye, guys.